All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig in a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. And check out Pig in a Pickle, two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Wednesday through Sunday in Emeryville. Pig in a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Get the brisket chili. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Got to try that brisket chili. All right. Our buddy Jack Hammer has a great article up right now in the Santa Rosa Press Democrat online on the 49er player who's going to break out in 2023. Who's Jack going with? Marcelino McCrary Ball? That would be a good one. Colton McKivitz? Ooh, that would be a good one. How about Tay Martin? Ooh, I could see Tay Martin coming of age this year. He's going with Drake Jackson. And what a great pick that is. Drake Jackson has looked so good. Guys, I don't want to get too excited about anything that I see in OTAs or minicamp, but Drake Jackson looks phenomenal. He really, really looks good. We were talking to Steve Wilkes, who's taken over for D'Amico Ryans as the defensive coordinator. And we talked to him right during the rookie mini camp, I guess, a couple weeks ago. And Steve highlighted Drake, and he talked about how Drake has been at the facility, all throughout the offseason, spending that time working on his body, getting stronger, getting more sudden, working on his get-offs, becoming a better football player. And, the Niners lost a lot when they lost, they signed Javon Hargrave, and Hargrave gives them an interior that is going to be phenomenal. I mean, Armstead's a stud. Hargrave's a monster. You put them together on a line with Bosa, and it's just it's definitely an upgrade on what they had. But the Niners did get 11 and a half sacks from the trio of Samson Ebukam, Charles Omenihu, and Jordan Willis. That trio combined for about 700 snaps and 11 and a half sacks last year. So in comes Hargrave, and unfortunately, you can't keep everybody in a capped sport like the NFL. So in comes Javon Hargrave, but out goes Ebukam, Omenihu, and Jordan Willis. And I love Hargrave. He's going to be awesome. In the last 3 years in Philadelphia, Hargrave averaged just under 8 sacks each season. He had double digits this last year. Now, the Niners attempted to, replenish some of that depth in free agency in the draft, right? They added Cleveland Farrell. They added Austin Bryant in free agency. Those are two veteran players that will almost definitely make the roster, and they'll be in a rotation at defensive end. Then they added Robert Beal Jr. out of Georgia on day 3 of the draft, who ran in the 4.4s at Georgia, and they got a lot of hope for the upside potential of Beal. But the guy that they really need to step up is Drake Jackson. He was selected near the end of the second round in last year's draft. Niners liked him as a first-round pick. He fell to round 2, and they said, come here, we'll take you. They didn't expect him to be there in the second round, and he was there. And then as a rookie, he finished with 3 sacks. He had a key interception in that Raider game against his dad's favorite team, the Raiders. And that comeback win over the Raiders was the last time, though, we saw Drake during the rookie season, because he basically, according to the Niners, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they're saying that, Drake hit the rookie wall and he just kind of got tired. I think it had a little bit to do with the fact that they didn't know what they could get out of Kinlaw week to week. So a lot of times the decision on game day came down to, do you want one more defensive end or do you want one more defensive tackle? And I think because of the kind of the inconsistency in what they were getting out of Kinlaw, they had to keep like a T.Y. McGill and some of the depth that they had at tackle on game day and put those guys up and have Drake inactive. But I think Drake is going to break out this year in a huge way. Huge way. He's put on upper body strength. You can see it. He's noticeably bigger in the upper body. I would say, just by looking at him, I'd say 10 pounds, maybe 12 pounds, all up top. But, some guys add extra weight and slow down. Drake looked like the fastest defensive lineman on the field during the drills, during the team portion, during the bag drills. I mean, he is flying off the edge, and he still has that crazy athleticism and bend. He's got that ankle flexibility that guys rave about, and it's hard. It's a little esoteric, but it's when you're trying to turn and flatten to the quarterback. It's how many steps can you do it in? And you want to do it in as few steps as possible. And when you have the kind of ankle flexibility that Jackson has, when he turns that corner to flatten towards the quarterback, the angle that he takes at 270 or whatever he's weighing is an amazing athletic achievement that very few defensive linemen can match. This guy can turn and flip his hips and flatten to the quarterback and put that foot in the ground and turn and flatten to the QB, and he can waste no steps. And it just helps him get there faster. So now you've got stronger upper body, and what it's done is it's just given him a whole lot more confidence. You can see it. The guy's absolutely bursting with confidence. He knows he's good. He knows he's the most explosive guy out there. So watch for Drake this year to take off. Now, he's got to stay healthy. He's got to stay focused. But I don't think he's going to have any problem beating out Austin Bryant and Cleveland Farrell. I think Drake could have a career year in year 2. He's got the smarts. He's got the desire. He's got now the upper body strength. If you looked at him last year, if you're standing next to like take Samson Ebukam, for example. Ebukam was just sculpted. I mean, he really I spent a lot of time in the weight room. Huge upper body, incredible power, incredible upper body muscle development for Ebukam. But if you follow Samson lived in the gym and, can lift as well as almost any Niner, pound for pound, maybe one of the strongest guys on the entire team last year. Then you look at Drake and you say, well, athletic, no doubt, but he had kind of a regular person's upper body. Well, now he looks like he's put on some real good upper body muscle mass, but he hasn't lost any quickness. If anything, he looks quicker, faster, more explosive, more sudden. So watch out. Watch out, NFL offensive tackles, because think about it. On this line, Drake's getting one-on-ones. You got Hargrave, you got Armstead, and you got Bosa. One of those 3 guys is going to be comboed on almost every snap. They're gonna send the extra body at somebody, and it ain't going to be at Drake. And so that means Drake's going to go one-on-one on a line that has 3 premier pass rushers, and I expect Jackson to have a huge year. If Drake had 10 sacks, 12 sacks, wouldn't shock me at all. I think he's going to have a huge year. He's going to benefit from the one-on-ones, and you're going to see, he's already got long arms, great flexibility, incredible athleticism, but now he's got the upper body strength so he can counter back inside. He's not stonewalled if he doesn't win with his initial move, but this guy's a speed rusher, and the way he hit the bags and flattened to the quarterback in these drills, it was exciting. I guarantee if we interviewed Daryl Tapp or Chris Kosaric after those practices, they would say they love what they're seeing out of young Drake Jackson in year 2. So can't wait for camp. Can't wait for the preseason. Can't wait for the regular season. I still would love to see the Niners add a veteran edge rusher to take a little pressure off of Drake and just give that defense, more teeth. Your edge rushers are the teeth of your defense. But man, the Niners have to put somebody good opposite Bosa. But now with Jackson emerging, they may have found their guy. Week 1, if they don't add anybody, that's your front 4 right there. Bosa and Jackson off the edges, Hargrave and Armstead inside. And good luck to opposing offensive lines. All right, hope you enjoyed our 49er video. Check out Pig in a Pickle in Emeryville and Corte Madera. Thanks to them for being the proud sponsor of The Krueg Show. And thanks to all of you guys for supporting The Krueg Show on YouTube.